You're
Nope.
here.
Nope.
There's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on.
So that's actually not how we agreed to start
sorry.
this. You wanted to start it
I mean,
like that.
I think I agreed to start it off.
Yeah, well, I don't remember me quite agreeing to start it that way, you know? We lied.
Hey. Yeah, we lied. So we said we were going to be on Zoom, and technically we were. Then we were like, there's nothing to talk about.
Because we were just talking about things that didn't make sense. I was just going on about the royal family. Yeah. It was just a whole mess.
I was just kind of there. So a lot of it was not ideal for the podcast vibe.
Yeah, did you not want to hear about the royal family? Is that not ideal?
We did post about it. Shout out Carolina Coke.
Coke, I love Coke. Your cola.
Whew.
I have so much on the floor right there.
Yes, you do.
Let's whip it out. Look at it. Look how glorious. Wow. Anyway, cool. Hey, all of that to say, we're back.
We're back and better than ever.
And not on Zoom.
And we're here and we're just talking.
And we have a special guest.
We do have a special guest. If she wants to.
Do you want to say hi?
Hey, Playdate pod.
Wait, hold on. Say that into the microphone.
Hey, Playdate pod. Love you.
That's Allie Carlson right there. Formal introduction. To the Playdate. Very glad she could be with us today.
She is the person that also lives in this room with the anteater.
Jesus Christ.
From Alexander Smolders.
Alexander Smolders. He'll make his formal introduction.
He'll make it. Yeah.
But today we're gonna start with Marina had this incredibly weird hot take earlier.
Oh, okay. I want to preface this by saying I was raised by two scientists. I very much believe in science. Trust. I'm not.
Whatever you're about to say cannot be good if it started with this.
No, trust.
I believe in science. Okay. Believe me.
I don't actually believe in this, but I feel like concussions aren't real. Like, okay, hear me out.
Okay.
How is it possible that you're like a concussion happens? Because you can't see it. You can't like. I just feel like they're not real. I'm like, okay, like yeah, you hit your head. Oh no, that sucks for you. Like you're fine. And I get it. Trust that I do understand that they are real and legitimate things, but like when someone's like, "Oh, I got a concussion," I'm like, "Okay, well, great, like good job." Like
I don't like, not to say scientifically speaking, but like, isn't a concussion like when you hit your head and your brain just jolts around in your head?
Yeah, I'm like, how? Like, okay, calm down. You've jolted, great. Why do you have to be like hurt or something? Like, I just like if I like jolt my body around, I'm like, okay, like I'm fine now. Like, you know.
Well, I think doing this is different than smacking your head against the floor.
I know, but then your brain is just like, isn't the inside of your brain like soft? I guess there's just bone, but isn't there like jelly and stuff up there? Like I don't.
That's soft.
Yeah, like I just don't understand. I'm like, okay, like sure, you're concussed, great, fabulous. Calm down. Like go sit in a dark room. Like what are you doing here? Like I just, you know.
Yeah, I think concussions are real. I don't think airplanes are real.
Okay. Have you ever been in an airplane?
Many times.
Yeah, didn't you go on one like last week?
Last week.
Okay.
I know they're real. But the pure act of like having airplanes in the sky, how does that not freak us out as a society?
I feel like it does freak some people out. Personally not.
Like
but
we grow up and like all these like we're told to be, you know, wary of unidentified flying objects.
Okay.
UFOs, aliens.
Sure.
But literally we grow up and you're like, hey, what's that thing flying in the fucking sky? And your parents are like, it's an airplane.
You're like, okay.
And you're like, okay. And then you start living your life. And then you're like, wait, what the hell? Like, it's just flying in the sky. So here's what I think. No, I don't believe this. But what if we are in some kind of Truman Show projection?
That would be sick.
And the sky isn't real. And when you get on an airplane, you're just feeling the movement around you like it's a Disney World ride, but you're not actually going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then when you land, they change the climate and temperature around you. And that's why, like, depending on how far you go, the changes that have to be made are so different. Like, if you go a half hour in the car, I think this applies to car travel too.
Okay.
If you go a half hour in the car, you don't have to change that much.
Yeah, because you're not going very far.
You're not going very far. But if you fly 3 hours by flight, they need the 3 hours.
Yeah, because it'd be like going to Florida.
Because going to Florida.
Yeah, Florida's a big production.
It's so different.
I'm starting to believe you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, so that's my theory. Airplanes aren't.
That's great. I have another hot take.
Mm.
Well, actually, it's not really a hot take. It's just something I don't understand, which is Bluetooth. Because, okay, Alex tried to explain Bluetooth to me. But, like, my question is, why can't you eat Bluetooth? Let's say, I'm going to take your phone here for an example. Okay. If Allie up there is trying to airdrop something to Maddie's phone down here, why can I not just, like eat it out of the air or, like, breathe it in?
If it's going this way.
Yeah, if it's going, from a phone to Allie, who's up there, what if I just, like, sucked in the air in between the two devices?
Because I don't think it's air.
No, but it's traveling through the air, the cloud. Like, isn't that in the air somewhere? Like, because it's, like, all around us. It's data.
Everywhere.
But then Alex is like, oh, it's a different type of wave. Like, trust that I understand that, like, science, whatever, like, you can't actually, but, like, what if you could, like, accidentally breathe in airdrops and then, like,
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then, like, airdrop, like, pictures.
No, I get it.
The pictures in your brain. Like,
yeah.
Isn't that sick? That's so, like, I don't know.
Eventually, when we have chips in our brain,
you can accidentally.
You're gonna be able to, like, AirPlay to, like, a brain.
You accidentally connect to the wrong chip and you start reading someone else's mind. Like,
imagine if, like, somebody's sending, like, some risky, naughty pictures.
Make sure it goes to the right chip
via Bluetooth, and then they, like, send it to the wrong brain, and somebody's just like,
that's unsolicited. But, like, anyway, I just think it would be really funny if I could just, like, chomp, like, Bluetooth things. Like, break a connection between my AirPods and my phone by, like, just biting the air. Like, I think that'd be so funny.
Okay.
Do you have any pet peeves?
Do I have pet? Oh, trust I have pet peeves.
You want to give us a top one or two?
My biggest pet peeve is when people are overly humble.
Oh, yeah, I see the vision.
When, like,
you, like, cured cancer, and it's like, well, it was whatever. Like, you know, it wasn't that. Like,
when
I had
people
lots of
don't
help,
know
like,
their own worth,
yeah,
and they don't know their own talent. Like, I was around a lot of talented people. There were people that knew their talent and, like, they showed it in the right places. They didn't show it all the time.
Let's just not brag too much.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
And then there were people that were very talented and refused to take praise.
It's like, you must know that you're talented if everyone's telling you, but you're choosing
and you're choosing not to believe it.
I feel like that's a brag in itself. Like, that's not, like,
because you know it.
Exactly. You know it clearly.
I'm just like, I get common courtesy. It's like, you were incredible. You were so much better than this, or whatever.
Like, okay, if I feel like you should just be like, oh, thank you so much. Thanks. Like, you don't have to be like, yeah, I know I was the best. No,
I wasn't good. No, I was so bad. Like, no, you don't mean that.
Hello.
You're just saying that. Shut up.
Like,
if I'm giving you a compliment, I'm not doing it for my health.
Yeah, like, I'm giving you a compliment to make you feel better. Like, no. If I'm gonna give you a compliment, it's because you did good. Like,
yes.
Or wow, sorry.
That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah,
I've been around a lot of people where, like, I say, you were incredible, congratulations, you did an amazing job. And they're like, no.
I messed up this one. I'm like,
I messed up.
Oh,
the first thing that they talk about is that they messed up.
Yeah.
They can't take praise, and I kind of fell victim to that.
Did you?
I was like,
yeah.
You were great. Thanks. You didn't hear me hit the high note, though. And,
okay.
Like, I did that once.
Like, I guarantee people in the audience are, oh my God, he missed that high note.
I just went to go see Beauty and the Beast at Princeton High School. They put on a great show. It was great. One of my friends who was playing Belle, I came up to her, and she was in her big dress and everything. And
beautiful.
I said, oh my God, congratulations. Like, I'm so proud of you. Because she had been working really hard for this, and there was a lot of pressure on her to, like, do it really well. And she did an amazing job. And I come up to her, and I hug her, and the first thing she says was, I messed up a couple times. Now, she was fantastic. And if you are listening right now, you know exactly who you are. And I told her, I said, I didn't even notice. And she goes, really?
Like,
and I was like,
yeah, no one's listening for that.
I don't know the show.
Yeah.
If I knew the show memorized, then maybe I'd catch it.
But also, like, you wouldn't care. You're like, oh, okay. Like, great.
And like sometimes like you can see when somebody messes
Yeah.
up, even
But,
if you don't know the show
But
very well.
it doesn't matter.
I didn't notice it
like,
all.
Yeah.
And that was the first thing she said to me, and she
Mhm.
did an incredible job, and she doesn't give
Yeah.
herself enough credit, and it is a pet peeve of mine.
Like, I understand how it's disappointing when you do mess up and stuff like that. Like, yeah, but you don't have to go around telling people that, because
Exactly.
especially in like a big show, like it's not like you fell or something. It's like it's
It's not like she fell into the pit.
like she's okay.
Things were avoided.
Yeah.
So
In gymnastics and dance, it's like, oh, I messed up because like you fell on stage. I'm like, okay, yeah, but like you still did a good job anyway. Like it's
Yeah.
fine. Like you could just say thank you, like instead
Mhm.
of just being like, oh, I fell. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah, everyone saw. Like, is that what you want me to say? Like,
Yeah.
hello.
What?
Oh gosh, one of my biggest pet peeves is slow talkers. Oh,
I just think
God.
it's kind of funny coming from two people that are incredibly fast talkers.
Yeah, I agree. But I hate people like are slow talkers, slow walkers, and I understand, sure, like if you have like issues like walking, like something prevents you
Not
from walking.
everyone is
like,
a New Yorker.
No, but like, okay, no. If we have gotten too comfortable with letting people just talk slow or stop in the middle of the sidewalk. Like, oh my God, I went back home for 1 week for spring break. People were just stopping in the middle of the sidewalk. I'm like, can you move? Like, where are you? And it wasn't like in a touristy area. Like, it was in like a residential neighborhood.
Yeah.
And people are like stopping, standing, looking around. I'm like, what are you looking at? Like the buildings, the trees? I'm sure you've seen these gray buildings other places. Like, I'm positive this is not like some
There's no way you haven't seen these buildings before.
Like, please. Oh my gosh. And then slow talkers, I've lost what you were trying to say.
Get to the point,
like,
please.
Get to the point, please. Honestly. And like when it's wordy and slow, oh my God. I'm like, you think I know what you were saying at the beginning of the sentence? Like, no. I've played like all the New York Times games by the time that you are done with this sentence. Like,
it takes me 2 minutes
like,
to do I do all the New York Times games like in my first class. I will always do them, and it's so sad when they're over.
I choose the class because I have 2 classes a day, so I choose the class I'm more bored in and do the New York Times games in the class that I get more bored in. One of my professors, I'm not going to say what class, but oh my God, this professor talks like at the speed of not even a snail, slower. I think she's dying in the middle of her sentences because she just stops talking. So I look up from the crossword. She's still alive, don't worry. But like, I literally, if I sat there with my eyes closed, I would think she's like dead in the middle of her sentence because she has like stops like for fully 10 seconds to consult like her notes or something. I'm like, huh? Oh God.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll live. Don't even worry about it. I know you were all concerned, but I'm just like, don't even worry. I'll survive. But yeah.
I don't think I could ever I could probably be friends with a slow talker, but I could never like date a slow talker or like be around a slow talker for that much.
Yeah, just like speed up.
I think it's not as much of a pet peeve for me, but it definitely is like, like just get to what you're saying, and that is a bit of a red flag for me because like if somebody's like such a slow talker, when I'm in a weird way, when am I ever gonna talk? Like,
God, it's like please. Move. Like, how are we supposed to have a conversation if you can't get to the point? Like, please. God, I could never date a slow walker either. I don't think. Because I'm like, are we ever going to get somewhere? Like, where are we going? Oh, I don't know. We're just, like, walking on the same sidewalk block for, like, 50 years. Like, please. Oh, my gosh. I also, like, I hate when people pass me on the sidewalk. It annoys me so much. I'm like, God. Like, you think you're such a fast walker, and then like,
that's literally me. So cool.
That's literally
you do that all the time.
I know. I like run past people on the sidewalk. Like, that's my red flag. One of mine.
That's one of
your
like, red flags.
Yeah, because I just like push past people. I'm like, you're walking too slow. Like, let me move. Because I hate like being behind people on the sidewalk too. Like, I like the empty space, so I have to be like in the front of like the group. But I'm working on it because I have realized yesterday when we were on our walk with Alyssa Grace.
Yeah.
We were walking at a slow pace.
We were.
And
you
and okay I actually kind of enjoyed it a little bit because I wasn't out of breath or anything. Because when I walk places, I walk so fast. My mile walk is less than 15 minutes. It's fast.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so I am always like dying and out of breath by the time I'm like hot. I'm sweating like every time I go places.
It's like you get into your class and after like walking a little bit, you're like,
yeah, literally.
I wonder what's taking so long.
I know. And so when we were walking slow yesterday, by the time we got to Pliables, a mile away, it took like over 20 minutes.
I'd say 25.
25 minutes. But I was so content. I was not sweating. I was not out of breath. I was like, wow, like this is why people enjoy walks. Because I never understood why people enjoyed walks. Because
it's not a race. That's why people enjoy them. because it's not supposed to be fast.
Yeah, so see, that's like, I think one of my things I need to work on.
Sure.
Perhaps is just like slowing down. But I will never give up fast walking because I think it's such an important skill to have in life. Like, move, get out of the way. Like, please.
Wait.
What?
You need to be somewhere in 15 minutes?
Oh,
I gotcha. And
I gotcha.
Marina turns into like Supergirl, like rips open a cape. It's
Yeah.
like, what's the cape for? You're just walking. I'm gonna go fast.
I'm fast walking. I think I could honestly go to the Olympics for speed walking. It's a sport, you know. It's an Olympic sport.
Really?
Yeah, speed walking.
Why?
Because it's a feat of athleticism.
Okay. Is it? I wouldn't say it is.
Well, have you ever speed walked competitively?
Not as much as you have, I'm assuming.
Well, I have also never speed walked competitively, so you know, just in my mind.
This is so unrelated.
Okay, I love.
But another
unrelated
red
things.
flag I have for other people.
Yeah.
I think it is a red flag if someone doesn't have a celebrity crush.
I don't. Well, okay.
Because.
Yeah.
Well, one, like, you don't have to lie to me. If there's
not
somebody.
Everyone has a celebrity crush, but I think everyone has a celebrity they can at least name that they think is attractive.
At least that. Sure. That's basically what I mean.
Yeah.
But I've known people that they can't name any celebrity they're attracted to. They're like, I
wouldn't say I'm attracted to any celebrity.
Really?
No.
But I feel like it's like so normal to be attracted to other people, but like when they hide it.
Yeah, just don't hide things. I feel like that's good.
No, I know, but if every time somebody says like, oh, I'm not attracted to any celebrities, that feels like you're hiding who you're actually attracted to.
Well, some people just aren't.
To save somebody's feelings.
I think some people just aren't as like, I'm not going to say that, but like, I don't know. I'm just like not attracted to celebrities, but I think they're gorgeous and I can name so many that I think are freaking gorgeous and like wonderful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you attracted to certain celebrities?
Are you not?
No.
Yes.
You're genuinely attracted to certain celebrities. Whoa. Because I always thought the term celebrity crush was just like celebrities you find attractive, not like you're attracted to.
How is that different? Celebrities you find attractive to versus attracted to.
Beautiful, like gorgeous,
okay.
Like nice to look at, or like you like their personality, like whatever. But like I'm not like seriously like
the word attraction. I find myself clinging to many celebrities.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
I will name a few.
Oh sure.
Tate McRae.
Love her.
Ana de Armas. Renee Rapp.
Very attractive.
I'll never have a chance with Renee Rapp. But
you think you would have a chance with the other two?
I'm just saying.
Outside their sexuality.
No, I don't think I'd have a chance with Tate McRae or Ana de Armas. But I'm saying Renee Rapp is a lesbian.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, that was just such a funny statement that you said.
Let's think of some more. I have been told that my type is that of Pam Beesly from The Office. So every girl I've liked that my friends know, they always say that some of them remind them of Pam. Not physically, but like emotionally and like the way that they act.
Yeah, like personality.
Behaviorally. And personality. They remind them of Pam Beesly, and I'm nervous now that I've spent way too much time watching The Office that my type has delved into the one female lead on the show.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't have a type. Just smart.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. That's another red flag.
That's another red flag. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to red flags.
I could not date somebody that was like visibly
stupid. It's like you don't have to be like book smart or textbook smart. You just have to know what's going on. Like, there's a level of awareness.
Or you just have to be super passionate about something.
Exactly.
And like, but there are some people that are not passionate about anything.
Yeah.
They like really aren't book smart. They're not really street smart. Like they've been so sheltered their whole life and they didn't really take an interest in school. And it's like, okay. So like there would be some instances where I was talking to a girl in like high school and I would say stuff all the time and she would be like, oh, I had no idea.
That's like,
and I'm like, I think these things are common knowledge.
Just like a certain level of awareness about what's happening.
Awareness, perfect word.
Yeah.
But I could not, that's a red flag in mine. Like little self-awareness is insane.
I agree.
Bad.
Self-awareness and awareness about others and like what's going on. It's like you don't have to be like a straight A student.
No,
not at all. Just like have some sort of knowledge about what's happening. Just on a certain level, I would like you to know what's happening in your life.
I want
and in
to
my
be
life.
challenged intellectually
Oh,
at something.
Okay, that's
like I want the person I date to know more than me about something, and I want to know more than them about something.
So you like,
in little things,
yeah.
but like something that engages conversation.
Yeah, that engages conversation. That's a good one. But
because
also,
if you don't know anything more than me, then I feel like, or opposite way, I feel like one person is always going to be talking about something because they know more about the subject.
Everyone I've dated has always been smarter than me, though. So
maybe that's your type.
Maybe that's my type. Is just smarter than me. But that's okay.
Tells me math.
Oh God, I actually despise math. You keep that shit to yourself. Like,
that's why the person you would most likely date is Alex.
Oh, there it is.
We know now.
Solved it. It's because of the math.
Math.
Not meth, but math.
Who said meth?
Me.
Oh.
Another red flag I have is, this kind of goes along with being aware, I think, in life. It's just like, you have like a friend at least. Just like someone else that's not, this is mostly for dating and for friendship, I think. But
big requirement.
More for dating.
You gotta have a friend.
No, you do.
I just don't think I've ever run into the situation where like I've known someone that like didn't really have a friend.
Really? You'd never known anyone that didn't have a friend?
I guess I know you're like they didn't really have real friends.
Yeah.
So they kind of glom onto you.
Yeah.
I get it.
Or the bigger red flag is not only do they not have people, it's like, oh, everyone I used to be friends with or everyone I used to date, just they were bad. They hate me. And like,
or I hate them.
It's like, okay, but like one or two people, I'm like, okay, like tell me the story, give me the details, like
that's
please.
Fun.
But it's like every single person,
if every single person in your life doesn't like you,
let's take a time.
Or if they say I don't like every single person that used to be in my life.
Exactly. It's like
that's like, wait, I think you're just deflecting for the fact that they might not.
Exactly. Like sure, if it's one group of people, like okay, maybe it makes sense. But it's like at this day and age, you're 18, but like 18, 19, if every single person in your life you didn't like or they didn't like you, I'm like, let's take a time out. Let's pause and think. There's so many factors, like maybe it's where you made these friends, like your town, whatever. But it's like, let's say, you went to elementary school, middle school, high school, you had family friends, you did a sport, you did an activity. It's like, there's so many places you could have like at least one or two friends. And they all don't like you, or you didn't make friends in any of those places. It's like,
that's a little concerning.
It's just like a little concerning and like a little bit of a red flag. Like, I'm sure I'll be nice to you and stuff. I'll always have that in the back of my brain.
And connected with that, if they like have nothing to connect with you about something because of the fact that like they didn't have friends to connect with in the first place. We just learned about this in sociology, where like your social ties, the way that knowledge flows, and the way that like ideas flow between each other. If you don't have any friends, you're not going to have any knowledge, which connects to the idea that you're not going to give anything to me either.
Exactly.
And like the differing perspective thing, like you've only ever seen.
You always need people to broaden your worldview.
Broaden your horizons.
It's always good to have.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any other red flags?
I just feel like in general, the biggest thing I can say.
Yeah.
I just hate obnoxious people.
Oh, that's so fair.
But it's like kind of
normal. Speak on it. No, speak on it.
Because,
obnoxious people
obnoxious and pretentious people.
Pretentious people are crazy, yeah.
You know immediately with them.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I have been told that my first impressions of people are a bit judgmental. But then...
Not you putting judgmental in quotation marks.
But then I make the assessment off of a couple first, second, third impressions. And then my friends like start to hang out with them more. And then later on they realize same like notoriety and obnoxiousness about them that I figured out months ago.
Well, aren't you just so pretentious over there? I think that was the wrong use of that word.
It probably was. I can be pretentious. That's the thing.
No, I can too. Everyone can be obnoxious.
Can be a little pretentious.
But it's like your level of obnoxiousness and pretentiousness versus everything else. And especially when you're with your friends, like I feel like you can be like a little bit like whatever. But like
brag a little bit.
Especially at first impressions, like if you are coming off obnoxious and pretentious when you're trying to make a good first impression, that's a little suspicious.
Like how I thought Marina hated me.
Oh, should we tell that story?
When we first met.
Yeah, we told that
a little
bit in episode 1, but to recap, I was nothing but nice to Matthew James Baglio. I'm sure I've been told that I'm a little standoffish when you don't meet me. I've been told I can come off a little bit rude.
I met Marina for the first time, and I was like, I left that night thinking, wow, she's cool. Well, she doesn't like me, so we're probably not gonna be friends.
Well, look at us
now.
So, I try not to come off. I think I can come off a little pretentious though sometimes, but that's okay. I try not to be obnoxious.
No, you're not. Don't worry.
Oh, good. Thank you. Not the wink to the camera.
Wink.
Wink, wink.
Oh, I keep forgetting that this isn't only video.
Me too.
So
oh my God.
If we ever start giving out loud captions for things that we're doing in video that you can't see, if you're listening to us on Spotify, which thank you so much.
Thank you for streaming. We really appreciate it.
Don't worry, we will make it more accessible for you.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I know. Flashback to episode 1 where I describe where my tattoos are, but I don't say where. I'm like, I have a tattoo here and here. I'm like, no one listening.
No one knows.
No one knows. The video can see it.
Here.
Yeah.
And here?
No. Ribs and
here.
collarbone. Yeah. Oh, I just hit the mic. I'm so sorry. Yeah, the people listening did not know where my tattoos are. So
they probably are like, well, for all I know, it's her butt and her face.
Sure, my butt.
Tramp stamp.
Oh, we get a tramp stamp. Anyway, I was gonna say one more red flag that I have.
Okay.
And I completely forgot it. It was really good though. I'm really upset now.
When people go on and on about their sitcom.
Yeah, it's actually when people just yap about sitcoms as we're trying to film a podcast episode.
Gonna make a whole podcast about sitcoms myself.
All right, you go do that.
Welcome to the Playdate 2. Playdate better Playdate. Welcome to the better Playdate with just me.
Oh my God, I remembered it. It's when people will, my friends, well, not my friends because red flag, but you can't gossip with someone. They will refuse to
the red flag is that somebody cannot
gossip. Or not even gossip because gossip has such a bad rap. I'm like, I'm just telling you what they did.
It's not even gossip, it's just facts.
It's literally facts. And it just bothers me so much when people who obviously do something wrong, in a social situation, and I try and talk with one person who was also there, and oh, I don't want to gossip. I'm like, that person just slapped that other person. You don't want to talk about that? Please, let's not be stupid. Because I have had some people in my life that are no longer in my life that will just refuse to debrief things with me. And I'm like, you're supposed to be one of my friends, and I can't even talk to you? What are we supposed to sit here and talk about? Come on, please, let's just chit-chat. That's how I get to know people too. It's we bond a little bit. That's how we became friends. Because
we just started yapping.
Yeah, you just start bonding, and eventually it moves on to other topics.
Yeah, that's true.
You start with bonding over a situation you're both in, or you both witnessed, or something.
Yeah.
And it's if you refuse to do that, well, it's okay, so you're just gonna go on never talking bad about people?
Yeah.
That probably sounds really bad of me to say, but everyone does it. Let's stop.
Speaking of which, one of my red flags is when people refuse to take a favorite in something.
Oh
when
my
they
God.
obviously have one.
I hate when this happens.
It's hey, who do you want to win Best Actor? Oh, I don't know. They're all so amazing.
But this person did really well, and I love this show.
Maybe I would want this person to win because he was fantastic. But they're all so great.
It's you can have it's not going to hurt their feelings.
Most of the time, you don't even know them.
Exactly. Please. It's who do you want to win the Super Bowl? Well, I don't want the other team to be upset. I'm you can pick. It's okay. They're not going to know.
No, but if I picked the 49ers, then the Chiefs would know.
And
they wouldn't let me be friends.
What if you just called Taylor up? God. Yeah, when people won't pick things.
Oh my God, if I could have Taylor Swift on speed dial, that would be...
Yeah, I feel a lot of people would like Taylor Swift on speed dial.
But I'm not such a big fan that it would actually I'm not a obsessive fan. It would be so cool for me. Just for selfish reasons,
oh my Lord.
Hey, Taylor Swift.
God.
Who's my dog?
Wale. He looks like you.
He does.
Yeah. All right. Should we say what we're doing next week?
Sure. What are we doing next week?
That is actually such a good question. We don't know. There's a plethora of topics we could talk about, though. So stay tuned to find out what we end up talking about.
Yeah, this was a fun episode.
This was a fun episode. This is just things we hated, honestly.
And we could probably fill 2 more episodes of things.
Oh yeah, if you like this.
If you like this,
let us know because
know.
we will do this so many more times.
There's comments, right?
Comments on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
DM us, like.
Yeah. Hey, Playdate, or DM us individually.
DM your favorite.
Yeah.
Out of the 2 of us, which one's your
DM
favorite? And then
on April 2nd, when this releases, we will know.
We will know
which one is your favorite.
Yeah.
But it's okay if you really need to DM Marina, because I'm actually your favorite and you don't want her to feel bad. Like, that's okay. I'll know.
All right.
Anyways, hey Marina.
Hey Matty James, what's up?
All right. Well,
follow us on Instagram at the Playdate Pod. Subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, all the
Playdate
things.
Podcast.
Peace and love. We will see you next week. Bye.